there's only one question on everyone's lips.
Are you talking to me?
No.
Talking to me?
I don't think so, no. Actually, don't even bother. I'm not talking to any of you because tonight I'm talking to one of the world's greatest actors. Let's start the show! Excitement, what a night, what a show. I never thought I'd be saying the following sentence. Acting legend, star of Deer Hunter, Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Robert De Niro is on this show, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Top Hollywood actress, Michelle Pfeiffer is here, ladies and gentlemen. Comedy goddess, Jennifer Saunders will be joining us. Not all. We will also, later on, be having Oscar-winning star and musical icon Cher on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Cher! There! And there! Cher! Oh. But listen, just got it. I mean, Robert De Niro, how exciting is that? Now, he's, of course, well known for his committed method acting. He gained 60 pounds for his role in Raging Bull, where he played an overweight, out-of-condition boxer. I mean... you can see why he got the Oscar, can't you? I mean, just phenomenal. Hey, another of Robert's breakthrough roles was as The Godfather Part 2, where he played a young man embarking on a life of crime. Now, you see, that is a classic gangster. That's what they look like. Here's what a wannabe gangster looks like. Oh, poor Daffy. But of course, one of Robert's most memorable roles was as Travis Bickle in Taxi Driver. Wow. Now, there is De Niro about to embark on his bloody rampage. Mind you, not the first time I've seen someone in front of a taxi and thought something awful's about to happen. Hey, and what about Michelle Pfeiffer? Again, a host of great films. What Lies Beneath, Dangerous Liaisons, and of course, Batman Returns, where she starred as Catwoman. I tell you, she looks fantastic, doesn't she? Absolutely fantastic. And it's not easy looking sexy as a cat. No. Let's get some guests on, ladies and gentlemen. Later on, Cher will be chatting and singing for us. But first, she's so right, Bob, call it J-So, it's Jennifer Saunders! Oh! Hey! Hello, lovely lady. I know, it's nuts, isn't it? It's nuts. It's nuts. Sit down, drink that. Drink that. Drink that. Here, kitty, it's Michelle Pfeiffer! Lovely to see you. Hi. Oh, sit down. Michelle Pfeiffer, just there. Michelle Pfeiffer, everyone. And yes, I'm talking to him. It is Mr. Robert De Niro. Really lovely to see you. See you later.
Exhausted.
I know, I'm so overexcited. It's like showbiz Christmas. Lovely to see you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you, Michelle.
Thank you.
And now, well, it's lovely to see you. It's surprising to see you. What do I call... See, if you were British, you'd be like Sir Robert De Niro by now.
You can call me Bob.
Really? Bob?
That's it.
Lord Bob?
You can call me Sir Robert if you want.
Yeah, I'll call you Sir. I think Sir Robert seems better. I think you should be.
I like that.
You should be Sir Robert.
Can I call you Sir Robert?
Sure.
The campaign starts now. Yeah. The Queen watches this. And, I really hope not. Did you speak to him out the back, Jennifer?
I did very briefly.
What did you say?
I said hello.
That was quite brief.
Yes, it was quite brief.
By the way, can I just... a man of surprises. A man of surprises. Did not see you drinking that drink.
Well, now is not the time. After.
Oh, were you not drinking it?
Yeah.
I see. But you asked for it, is my point.
No, they asked for it. I didn't ask for it. I didn't expect that.
Do you want something else?
No, I'm good. That's great.
What is it?
It's a cucumber martini, Hendrix.
Oh. Did you expect it to look like that?
No.
That doesn't look like a cucumber martini to me. That just looks like a gin and tonic with some cucumber in it.
You're probably right. Yeah.
So, sorry.
It's okay.
How's your tea?
I haven't tried it.
Oh, okay. How's your wine?
It's lovely.
You haven't drunk that either.
No.
Listen, Michelle, yourself and Mr. Bob, Lord Bob, are in the family together.
Mm-hmm.
And is this the first time... You've been in films together, but it's the first time you've been on screen together?
Yes.
Yes, we were in Stardust together, and I was so excited to be in a movie with Robert De Niro, and then I realized I actually didn't get to work with Robert De Niro because we had no scenes together. Then we did New Year's Eve, and again, I was so excited to be in a movie with him, and once again, had no scenes together. So we would meet on the red carpet, hello, nice to see you, you're wonderful in the film. So then I get this script, and I said to my agent, you know what? If I don't have a scene with him, I am not reading this. So, anyway, we had some great scenes together. We had fun.
And were you meant to be in Raging Bull? Or was that just a story?
Yes, actually, I was. No, I wasn't meant to be in Raging Bull. No, I went... It was one of my first interviews. I was just starting out. I don't know how my agent got me in the room with him, but he did. And I'm surprised he doesn't remember me, because I walked in looking like a hooker.
Was it in L.A. or was it New York?
It was in L.A., yeah.
People who look like hookers. People who look like hookers.
Hookers in white dresses. Yeah, I thought I had... I can't swear on this. I didn't think I had a chance.
You can swear on this.
Can I? Oh.
What word were you going to say?
A shot in hell.
Oh, shot in hell? Wow. Where do you live? A shot in hell? I can only apologize, Sir Bob. But no, so the family, it opens on the 22nd of November here. And tell the story, tell the story.
Well, we're on the witness protection program. Michelle is my wife, and Tommy Lee is our handler, if you will, FBI handler. Somehow he's in France. And,
He just shows up.
He shows up.
Just keeps showing up.
And that's it. So we're under the witness protection program in France.
No, I know it's not a documentary, but does that happen ever? It seems like an American mob family might look more obvious in France.
Good point.
I think with this particular family, they're having trouble kind of staying under the radar, and I think they're sort of running out of locations.
I like the way Michelle's thought it through. There's a reason. Don't worry, everyone. The movie is very rude about French people.
Don't worry.
I'm not saying anything.
It is, though. And seriously, it's a real crowd pleaser. French people get hurt.
It doesn't exactly show the Americans in favorable light either.
All right, listen, we have a clip. This is the two of you as the married couple, and you're arguing about how things are going so far in your new life in France.
You all right?
Nothing much. Just the prospect of packing up again and moving when they find out you killed the plumber.
I didn't kill him. I took him to the hospital.
Why'd you beat him to a pulp? He's the only plumber within a radius of 20 miles.
But he disrespected us and he made you wait on him, honey.
Jeez, honey, I survived.
And you know, the guy was trying to rip me off, so put yourself in my shoes.
Well, I definitely wouldn't have beat him up. I mean, who's gonna fix the pipes now?
Well, who's gonna rebuild the supermarket that burned down the day we got here? Huh?
very good. Because for you, Sir Bob, I don't want to embarrass you, but here you are. You've made close to 100 movies. You're in the 90-something movies now. You've just had a big birthday, turned 70. And, yeah. That applause means something. British audiences clap for nothing. In America, that's standard. Here, that meant a lot.
That was, yes.
Yeah, you'll tell them. They don't clap anything.
That's good.
Yeah. but here you are in the family, and you're playing a kind of gangster. What is it about those parts that kind of keeps drawing you back?
Well, I mean, they're interesting characters, and if they're written well, it's fun to do them. And with a good director like Luc Besson or Martin Scorsese, of course, Marty's great. We have great times together. Then it's worth it, you know, or Coppola, you know. And
I heard you joking a while ago about there's another Scorsese movie coming out with you and, is it Al Pacino?
Well, we're going to do it with Pacino and Joe Pesci, Marty directing, yes. But that won't, I don't know when it'll actually come out, but we are planning on doing that movie.
Okay. This is going to hang over in the air, so I just need to say it, Michelle. Do you know we've met before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know whether you'd remember.
Well, we worked together in a film.
Well, no, you were in a film. I was just hanging around.
We had so much fun. We had so much fun.
No, I did have a nice time.
You were wonderful in that movie.
Really?
Yes.
Who is this?
Did you ever see it?
I did.
You were the only person who saw it.
What it was called? I could
never be your woman.
Yes.
Fabulous.
And it was you. So I'm not making out.
That's funny.
That's unbelievable,
When
isn't
was
it?
that?
That looks like a comic relief sketch.
What was that?
But it's a whole film.
That's unbelievable.
When Michelle was doing scenes with you, did she ever ask you to eat a breath mint?
Yeah, she did a couple of... Okay.
You did.
I did not.
did?
You're making that up.
It was a very cheap film. They'd spent all the money on Michelle. So they needed her in every frame. So if you were talking to her, you had to stand incredibly close to her so her head could be in the shot as well. And there was some breath mints offered. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe I was just being polite.
And I was being very bad. So embarrassing. Hey, but listen, we're pacing our excitement, such as the show business. Not just these three amazing people, but my next guest has sold over 150 million records. She just released her 26th studio album. Please welcome Cher! Michelle Pfeiffer, Jennifer Saunders. Now you come perch your loveliness here.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Oh no, something terrible's happened now.
What?
Oh, Lord Bob spilt the tea.
What is everybody having?
Well, he's having drink envy, which is why he just smacked her tea to the floor.
Okay.
He's having some cucumber thing, he doesn't like it.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you on?
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What's that?
That's Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
Is that a euphemism?
Not really.
Okay. Listen, you've been on the show a few times. We're very
Yep.
excited. But tonight, I think it's the first time ever you're singing on the show.
I think so.
Yes, it's very good. So what are you giving us?
I'm going to give you my new song.
Good one. Right. Is it called I Hope You Find It?
Yes.
And is it off your new album, Closer to the Truth?
Yes.
Now, listen,
It's like some sort of questionnaire. This is like...
I've got the facts. I've got the facts.
Obviously, you don't. You're asking me.
I know. I just like to hear it from your pretty lips.
Okay.
But now, I like you to... It's classic. I feel we're getting classic Cher tonight.
What do you mean?
Classic. It's classic Cher.
Well, you're kind of getting tartan and...
Well, there's a bit of a punk. There's a punk edge.
Yes.
Punk edge, but nice dark hair. And,
Yeah.
Now, is it a mood thing? Do you wake up and decide which Cher you will be?
Are you out of your mind tonight?
I have to say, looking at the sofa, it is like an out-of-body experience.
Right.
It's like a dream I had. The four of you people are on the couch. But how do you decide? You know, because there's biker share, there's blonde share,
No,
there's
not.
angelic
There's just
share.
me. There's just me. They're just me in different rappers. It's only me, always me. Just plain old me.
And now, it's lovely to have you here. It's particularly lovely to have you here because earlier this year, I don't know if you remember this, there was a bit of a scare, a bit of a rumour went out that you weren't here. Okay. You must have seen this. It was where a Twitter hashtag went out and people
I was dead?
Yeah, people
Okay.
misread it.
Yes.
Do you remember this?
Well, no, someone told me.
Well, this was the hashtag, and it was when Margaret Thatcher died.
That's right.
So Margaret Thatcher died, but in America, people just said it like, now that Cher is dead. Did you get a lot of people tweeting?
Yes, there was a big Twitter fest. It was trending. She's dead.
And this happens a lot with the hashtaggy things.
Yes.
So, for instance, I don't know if you remember Susan Boyle, the lovely singer Susan Boyle, she was launching a new album and she was going to have a party. And there was much excitement when she announced her party. Fight for a ticket, really? But this is my favourite one. Like, what were they thinking? So there's a very posh event here called the Cheltenham Literary Festival. So the Cheltenham Literary Festival kind of went, yeah, well, let's get involved in this whole Twitter thing. Let's be all over it. Yeah, we like writers and books and things, but we really need people. So they came up with a Twitter name for themselves with the Cheltenham Literary Festival. Here it is. Sadly, attendance is very low. No one could find it.
You have to go there, don't you?
I know. But that's real. That is real. So, we spent 3 years saying a big, fond farewell to you as you toured the world.
Yes.
And now you're going on tour again.
Yes.
Is this the I'm sorry I forgot my keys tour?
No, it's not. It's the you better do it now, bitch, because you're never going to do it again. No, it's that.
I've heard you talking about the touring, and you love the shows,
But I hate the road.
You hate the road?
Yeah.
Why do you hate it so much?
Because it's lonely, and you never know where you are, and you can't do anything, and you have to save your voice, and it's no fun. It's very isolating, and it's the only thing that saves it is when you go out on stage and having a good time with everyone, and that is good. But I'm not sure how long I can do it. I won't do it for a long time. But I just realized this time, like, I didn't really want to, but then I thought, if I don't do it this time, I'm not going to be doing it in 2 years or 3 years when I'm Rita Kane. I'm just not doing it. You know what I mean? I'm 67 and I'm not going to do it if I don't do it now.
Good gasp. Very good gasp, everyone. Excellent. Now, I think, are we allowed to talk about, because you're not doing the Vegas residency anymore.
No.
And I remember I talked to you before, but not on the show, where you were saying how you found those shows quite difficult.
Yes.
The Vegas shows. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yes, I don't care.
But no, so the Vegas shows, you're used to it being, like, you go out on stage and it's a party, it's people just
Yes,
screaming and
right.
nuts. So you go out on stage in Vegas and...
Well, they're not allowed to stand up, and they're very, very old. And sometimes they've had walkers, and sometimes they had oxygen masks. I'm not kidding.
Oh, God.
And it took me a long time because I was very angry for a long time, and then finally I thought, you know, this might be the last concert they ever see. and at least they're enjoying it in their own way, and it's not my way. It doesn't make me feel that good, but they're having a wonderful time, so I just have to allow them to have their wonderful time. And if they got too rowdy, then ushers would come and sit them down. No. Even if they had oxygen.
Because Because, Sir Bob, you've just opened... Is it a hotel you've got in Vegas now?
Yes, a Noble Hotel.
Wow. Are you hands-on with all that stuff, or did it just happen?
No, I'm there. I mean, I'm not doing day-to-day operations, but I'm very much a part of it.
And do they say, do you like these curtains, that kind of thing?
They can, yeah. I might see, I'm going to be there in a couple of days, and I'm going to stay there, and I'll say this or that, or this, look at this, or some other space. I'll have things to say. Yeah.
Oh. So you're not a silent partner in this?
No.
Okay. I'm a little frightened for them now. I feel like bringing a head. He's on his way. Now, obviously, everyone loves you, Cher. But Cher, you are a big fan. Well, I'm sure you're a fan of everyone on the sofa.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually am.
Good.
I mean, I can say that. I don't have to pretend.
But no, I know you love French and Saunders.
Yes.
And Jennifer was telling you...
And you guys did believe in the Titanic.
Yes, we did that.
Oh, I loved it. They were dying
did-
at the end. They were both in the water.
Yes, that's right.
And did
Oh my God.
Dawn died, didn't she?
Yes.
Or
and
you?
she-
Which one
no,
died?
Dawn died.
Right.
I don't know if you know, but
That's right.
Jennifer is part of a double
Double
act,
act.
called French and Saunders, and they would spoof various... Have you ever done Robert De Niro?
No, I don't, no, absolutely not. I haven't.
But you have done Cher.
Too good to touch.
But you have done Cher.
You guys
yes.
did Sonny and I once.
Yeah, well, I've done it quite a lot, actually.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen this. Is this a bad thing to show Cher?
No.
But we'll see if you're still laughing in a minute.
I think it's quite... Cher is one of my greatest heroines, so I think it was a tribute.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I love them. I love them. I just wish they'd get back together for one more little series.
Well, this is French and Saunders' homage to Cher.
Okay.
Stop it.
It's Cher.
Hi, I'm Cher. A reason to believe.
They say our love won't pay the rent. For it's earned, our money has all been spent. Yes, that's all, we don't have a pot. At least I'm sure of all the things we got. Babe, I got you, babe.
I have brought together wigs and songs that span the centuries.
If I could turn back time, you're my way. Got to take back those words that have hurt you, and you stay. If I could reach the stars, I'd give them all to you. Then you love me like you used to do. If I could turn back time.
You're still friends. You're still friends. That must
You
be...
know when you make things and you think, I wonder if that person will ever see it. You don't actually imagine you'll be sitting on a sofa with them when they're watching it. That's kind of weird.
I've got an early Christmas present for you, Cher, because Jennifer's written a book called Bonkers.
Yes.
Cool.
Story of your life.
But I only want it if she signs it.
Well, there's a picture of you in it.
There
Is
is?
there?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Now you're happy.
Oh, yeah.
I looked myself up in the index as well.
Right. Are you in there?
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
But the thing about writing your life is trying to kind of remember it all. There's a bit... You actually lost your own baby.
Yes, briefly. Yes, I did. Aid and I were living in Richmond at the time, and I had 3 children, I
Oh,
imagine.
so many to keep track of.
Three, hard to keep track of.
Yes.
And one morning, Aid got up and he went and got the girls up, the 2 bigger girls who, you know, toddling around, and he took them down for breakfast, and I was to go and get the baby. And I went upstairs to the baby's room, and the cot was empty. And I thought, unusual, isn't it? That. And you start thinking, yeah, baby should be in that car. That's a bit strange. And so I thought, well, maybe Aid's picked it up and taken it downstairs for breakfast. So I go downstairs for breakfast. The heart's thumping a little bit. You think, this is odd. And I go downstairs, and Aid's feeding the other two. No sign of the baby. And at which point I'm thinking, I should ask him, shouldn't I? I should actually ask him. Then I think, no, he'll look at me like people looked at Ingrid Bergman in Gaslight. They'll think, you're mad. You've never had another baby before. You've only got 2 children, you idiot. So I thought, no, I won't ask him. I'll go back upstairs. So I went back upstairs. And I went back up to the baby's room, nothing. And I'm seriously thinking, am I gone mad? Have I actually got a baby? And so I went back down to my bedroom and I sat on the bed, and as I leant down, I felt this little lump. This is awful. Yes, Mum's net is awful. Yes, I know you shouldn't do that. But I was breastfeeding her at night, and she'd kicked herself. I'd fallen asleep, obviously, from tiredness, and she had kicked herself down to the bottom of the bed and was sort of right under the duvet, right down the bottom of the bed. I mean, just fast asleep. Still alive, she's still alive. Suffered no damage. Oh, but nightmare. You doubt your own sanity.
But now, in the book, you don't shy away from anything.
Yeah.
And, you know, you do talk about your battle with cancer and stuff. And
yeah.
Was it very hard to kind of get the tone?
I don't call it a battle.
Is it not a battle?
No.
I don't know, that sounds like...
I kind of hated it when eventually the press picked up on it and they all go, Brave Jen's battle with cancer. And you go, it's a process you go through. And I think I try in the book to decatastrophize that whole process so that people see it more as that, more as a... It's a cure you go through when you have cancer, you know, and you try and get better.
And then, I mean, not the same thing, but Viva Forever, the Spice Girls musical, came along. And now the reviews were vitriolic. They were angry.
Yeah,
they were angry
very
reviews.
angry reviews.
Was that water off a duck's back, or did you feel...
No, I was very sad for the show, actually. I mean, everything, you have things that work and things that don't work, you know. And I thought it kind of worked, but they didn't give it much of a chance, so... I was slightly pissed off, obviously.
Yeah. No, I was sad for you all, because you were all such nice people involved in it.
Nice people involved, exactly.
How was it doing before you got reviewed?
It was doing great.
That happened to me, too. I did a play called Come Back to the Five and Dime, Jimmy Dean, and we were doing unbelievable business, and we got reviewed, and they were bad reviews, and then nothing. Just nothing.
See, I always think, like, didn't people are people giving back their tickets? Like, you feel like people have bought their tickets already.
Well, I guess they haven't.
Because, Sir Bob, again, this seems unlikely, but you produce musicals.
Yes. Well, We Will Rock You.
Now, everyone loves We Will Rock You. It's a big, huge global hit. Ka-ching. But, literally laughing all the way to the bank. How did you get involved in that?
Well, Tribeca got involved, my partner Jane Rosenthal, we started. We were involved for years, just trying to get it to be a film, and then it wound up evolving into being the musical here, and now we're doing it in the States as a touring company, not on Broadway. Maybe it'll go to Broadway, but now it's just staying, you know, we're touring around the country.
And, of course, Michelle, you know, we know you can sing. We've heard you sing. Yeah. Would you ever do a musical or anything like that? No. You look at me with pained expression, like, piss off, don't even give an anything.
I'm a pretend singer. I mean, I'm an actor who can sing a little bit when I have to. It's different than...
Has she been in a musical?
Yes.
Oh, what was she in?
When she was young.
Well, must I say it?
It was fun.
Grease 2.
Of course.
Oh, yes, Grease 2.
Of course, you're fabulous in Grease 2.
You just wanted to hear me say it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And the Fabulous Baker Boys, you sang in that.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
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 And I sang in Hairspray.
And Hairspray, of course. You've done nothing but musicals.
Right.
Yeah. Stop doing musicals. Now, the most surprising story, I think, in the book is the call you get from your agent, Jennifer, and she's had a call from a tabloid newspaper. Do you know the story I'm talking about?
Yes.
Well, again...
It's another moment when I just doubt my own sanity and my own memory.
Share with the group.
Share with the group.
Well,
Okay.
share.
Share with the group. My agent called me up one day, and it was quite early on in my career, I think. I wasn't very old. And she said, love, a couple of things. And she went through a couple of things. And then she said, love, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah, go ahead. She said, have you ever, do you think, been in a porn film? Oh. I said, oh, pardon? I beg your pardon? And she said, oh, it's just the papers have been on to me. And they've seen such a film with someone with your name, and apparently it looks a bit like you. And I was thinking, have I? Really? And she said, possibly when you're in Italy, you know, on your gap year. And I thought, oh, yes, that probably happened. That probably happened. I was probably drugged and set upon. And they put it in a film. And then I started thinking, no, you're insane. I could not remember. So I ventured with no. And she said, fine, all right, I'll get back to them, love. They're probably just fishing, which is what they do. They put out a nice bit of bait into the celebrity swamp and hope that someone feels guilty, says yes, and they have a story.
Yeah.
But no, because obviously if I was in a porn film, I'd have a proper porn name. Which is everyone's porn name is their first pet and their mother's maiden name. So my porn name is Suki Dumini. Has anyone seen that in a porn film?
Actually,
yes? Does someone say yes?
We did do some research, and Jennifer Saunders does exist. No,
Yeah.
She's not here. Don't worry, you look really worried there.
Please,
no,
God,
but no,
please,
we found
God.
some of her early work. And I'm not going to show it to you, don't worry. But it's in... Have you ever seen her?
No, of course I haven't seen her. I didn't think she existed.
Yeah, this is her. Hang on. Now, don't worry, there isn't much Cheltenham Literary Festival going on. But this is her, look, Girl of the Month. That's her. Do you want that for your collection?
Yes, please.
Yes.
No, what is that? Is she...
No, that's genuine. That is Jennifer Saunders,
isn't it?
who's probably watching with her grandchildren right now.
Wow. It's really quite frightening, isn't it?
Well,
I'd say, if I were you, I would say it was you.
Mayfair Girl of the
I
Month,
would
Jennifer
just
Saunders.
definitely say that.
Bob's going, we'll do this.
This is her. This is all Jennifer. Thank you. But she doesn't take her pants off.
Sorry?
This is very demure.
She takes her pants off over the page.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
There she's got a pants.
The full Saunders.
I'd say it's the French and Saunders, that, actually. The full French.
Put that away, put it on
Wow,
your, put it
OK,
on your
thank
desk.
you
There
very
go.
much. I shall take that home with me.
And listen, very quickly, before Cher sings, we've talked about acting a lot tonight, but Sir Bob, obviously, you know, acting icon. You must but you know, you must get so many young actors coming up to you, kind of like, oh, do you have any advice? Blah blah blah. So, have you come up with like a kernel of advice that you give them just to make them go away?
No, I like to give advice when people ask. And if it's helpful for them, I always am there, you know.
What's the key thing you tell them?
Well, it depends. Each situation is different. It depends on who it is, who's asking me. It could be very personal, or it could be something that's a career move, or this or that. But I think I'm pretty good at that. Giving advice.
Do you think I could ever get back into acting?
One of the few times I would ever say maybe no. In your case.
He obviously didn't see you in Father Ted.
Exactly. Oh, well done. She's on it. Very good. And I suppose the other thing is, obviously, you know, you wanted to be an actor. That was your ambition to be an actor. You didn't set out to be a movie star, but that's happened. So, does a day go by when people don't shout out, you know, lines from movies and things to you? Or does that happen all the time?
No, I don't get that often from people.
People are afraid to do that to him. They are. Do you remember that night we were having dinner? We were having dinner. It was Gay Pride Parade night.
Of course.
And we were downtown. We were having dinner. And so he had his back to the door, and I was, you know, facing him. And all these queens came in. All these drag queens, fabulous, came in. And when they saw me, it was like, woo! And they came around the corner, and they saw him, and it was like, woo!
Well, listen, it's been great talking to all of you tonight, but it's now time for music. So, Cher, if you'd like to go and get ready... I'm serious. I'm serious. Don't tease us.
I'm not.
Don't tease us.
Okay.
So, if you'd like to go and get ready...
Were you going to help me go get ready?
Yeah, yeah, anything, anything. Okay, you go get ready. You go over there. Cher. Okay. There she goes. Now, in a moment, we'll have some stories of the big red chair. But first, performing I Hope You Find It, it is Cher! Ladies and gentlemen, Cher! Here you go, you have a seat there. We loved it, we loved it. Beautiful. Very good indeed. It's an instant classic.
Thank you.
An instant classic. Beautiful and singing live, amazing vocal. Thank you so much for doing that. So many people don't bother, so thank you very much, and we really appreciate it. Really. Right, before we go tonight, just time for a story or two in the red chair. So who'll be there? Who's there? Hello.
Hello.
Hi, you're on, you're on.
Yeah.
What's your name, sir?
Reese.
Reese, lovely. And where are you from, Reese?
Auckland, New Zealand.
He's from Auckland, New Zealand. We love a Kiwi. We love a Kiwi. And are you here on holidays? Are you travelling around? Are you sponging off people?
Yep, on holiday.
On holiday. Sponging off people. You're staying with people you don't know very well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. For months. OK, Reese, off you go with your story.
OK, so about a year ago, my girlfriend went out drinking with her mates, and when she drinks, she gets quite horny. Can I say horny?
Yeah,
she gets quite horny.
Yep.
And anyway, I was in bed, and she was texting me everything about what she was going to do when she got home, so I thought, oh, I was half asleep, so I thought I'd ring her. I got on the phone, I said, hey, babe, and I started saying all this dirty stuff, and then I got a Reese, and I said, yeah, this is Reese. She goes, do you know who this is? I said, yeah, you're my girlfriend. I looked at the phone and went, ugh! Put the phone back on, she goes, this is your mother!
Stop it. Reese looked, he got like, a bit overexcited telling that story. Do we have time for one more?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, nice lady. What's your name?
My name's Amanda.
Amanda?
Yeah, Amanda, no A at the front.
Oh, just Amanda.
Yeah.
And, now, when you drink, do you get horny?
No comment.
Okay. Did you once date someone called Reese?
No.
Okay.
No.
Where are you from?
Dunedin in New Zealand.
Sorry, are there coach trips coming from New Zealand to the show?
We love England.
Oh, that's very... And we love you. That's very nice. And are you on holidays or working here?
No, I'm working. I've just moved here.
Oh, what are you working at?
So I do, like, events, casual events sort of thing. It's like serve people
She does
food.
events. She does. Casual events. Casual events, she does. But she's very good at them. Full-time events?
Yeah, full-time.
Full-time she does the events. Off you go with your lovely story. Amanda!
Thank you. So me and my friend, we're just sort of mastering the tube system.
Yes.
And one night we were coming home and we got into the tube and there were no seats, so we were, I don't know, a bit bummed. So we sort of stood there and then we saw two people walk out, so we raced to the seats. And I noticed this guy was reading a newspaper earlier, so he was like pointing at it like, this newspaper, and I was like, oh, I'll be nice, you know, seeing as English people can sometimes be rude. So I picked up the...
I want that now. Do it now.
The newspaper, to be a polite Kiwi, and I sort of threw it over to him. And everyone in the tube started screaming at the top of their lungs, and I was like, oh no, like, was there a spider on it or something? Turns out someone had put the newspaper on a big pile of vomit, and I just sprayed vomit all over this lovely lady.
Down,
Nice lady, though. We liked her.
Nice.
We liked her. Listen, well done, everyone. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go at the Big Red Chair, you can just contact us via our website at this very address. Ladies and gentlemen, what a lineup. Please thank my guest tonight, Cher! It's Jennifer Saunders! It's Michelle Pfeiffer! It's Robert De Niro! Journalist presented Jeremy Paxman, actress Dame Judi Dench, and the one and only Sir Elton John. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Plenty more comedy on the way tonight. Stay here on BBC One for a midnight raid with Bluestone 4-2 next. Meanwhile on BBC Three, a double bill of Family Guy, followed by new sketch comedy with The Carriad Show.